party people, welcome back to another episode of Vacancy at Vanilla's. Another late episode. What are you gonna do? You know? You know what I've been saying a lot lately, and it makes no sense in this scenario? You could lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I don't know why I've been saying that so much. Hey, you know what? You could lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink, you know? You could lead a girl to the microphone and the laptop and the and the podcast setup in the corner of her not even combined bedroom and living room, but you can't make her post it on time. You know what? That's just that's just real. That's so real. So you could lead me here, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna release the episode on time. And honestly, what the hell did I do yesterday during the day? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because my plan originally was to record during the day yesterday, but I had to drop off my car to get an oil change. And since I have a new car, whatever, 2024, nothing, no big deal. Since I have a new car, I have like a 3-year warranty or whatever, or like it's either like 3 years or however many miles comes first or something, where I can get like free oil changes and free maintenance, but like little shit like the fucking, I don't know, air filters and oil changes and nothing crazy. So my oil was late this month. I didn't get my oil this month. No, my oil light. My oil. Do you think when robots get their period, be like, holy fuck, this podcast is just brain rot. But that's actually kind of funny. When robots get their period, they be like, I didn't get my oil this month. All right, just pretend. Okay, let's restart. Hi, welcome back to Vanilla's. That's not even the name of the podcast. Oh, we're on a sick one today, baby. So I had to go get my oil changed, and I went to go drop it off at the dealer. But for some fucking reason, the closest dealer, like the Mini Cooper dealer to me, is still like 30 minutes away for some reason. And this is also the one that I bought the car at. So I'm like, okay, I know them. These are my people. I don't remember anyone's fucking name. I'm like, literally, I don't know a single fucking person. I'm like, I know you. Come on, guys, you know me. I go in there. I'm like, guys, you know me. You remember me? I bought the car. They're like, yeah, bitch, we don't give a fuck. So I bought the car there, and whenever I bring it, they're always like, oh my God, because it's wrapped pink. So they always get so excited. They're like, oh, it's so cool to see what people do to their cars, because I don't know. I just feel like Mini Cooper is just one of those car brands that people like to like do the most with their car. Like I don't know, like, they have like the little British, some people have like the little British side mirrors with the British flag on it. And I feel like Mini Cooper people really like to get a little funky, because it's a funky little car. It's a funky little car. It's just a gay little car, and I won't that's really it. That's my stance on it. Mini Cooper is a gay little car, and it's just fun and quirky, and I love it. And this is my second Mini Cooper, and I don't know, I'm a Mini Cooper advocate. So if you were thinking about getting a Mini Cooper, I love it. I've never had an issue with either of mine. And my older one was 2015, so it was kind of an older Mini Cooper. But I love that thing. I love that thing down, man. And when I was there too, the lady was like, what'd you name her? About my Mini Cooper. I was like, girl, I don't know. I actually didn't name my car. I don't know. I thought that was something we did when we were like 16. I remember like my first car. I don't even remember. Actually, what the hell did I name? I think my first car's name was like Pearl or something. I don't know why. I think I named it like Pearl or something stupid. But I'm like, I didn't name her. Sorry, didn't think about that. So maybe I gotta name my car. If you have any car name suggestions for me, I guess drop it below. But I don't know if, like, do y'all have names for your cars? I don't know. Do we still do that? No judgment if you do. I'm just wondering. But today, it's Wednesday right now. It's 3:02 p.m. I just picked up my car this morning because, I did the oil change, and then I had to Uber. They Uber me back. They pay for my Uber. How nice of them to send me back. They pay for my Uber back to my house. And then when they're done with the car, they call you and they're like, okay, because I'm like, okay, I'd rather just Uber home and sit at my house for like a few hours than fucking sit in the dealership for a few hours. Like, I know they take a little longer when you drop it off, but still, it's done the same day. I'm like, I don't want to sit in this. What the hell am I going to do? And I have my therapy appointment. So I was like, I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do. So I came back home, had my therapy appointment, which was good. It was nice. I've switched to every other week now, which was what I originally wanted to start doing when I was doing the therapy. I was like, okay, I feel like, every other week, because it's $70 a session. So I'm like, all right, come on. Every week is kind of pushing it. And I just rejoined Equinox yesterday as well. So everyone, give me a little round of applause. So, there's only so much that I should be spending my money on here, There's really only so much that I should be indulging in. And I would, want to know what? The gym and therapy, those are things that I won't put a price on, Like, when it comes to my mental health and my physical health, and it all goes hand in hand, I'm not going to put a price on that. And if I'm in a position that I could afford to do these things, which I am, thankfully, it's nice to live a little luxuriously, get a little expensive therapy. And it's not even expensive, because some places be like, I know some places be like, yeah, I have to pay like $200 a session. What? Oh, hell no. You better go on YouTube and type in how to stop a panic attack. Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. I'm sorry. That's crazy. So, yeah. So I'm glad, and I really do like my therapist. I think she's amazing. I think she's very, very cool, very sweet. And she's given me some really solid, good advice. So, that's always good. And yeah, I rejoined Equinox. If you don't know what Equinox is, it is a kind of, it's like a fancy gym. It's a little prestigious. Only the elite of the elite go. I'm kidding. It's really not. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. It's $300 a month. It used to be like $260 something, and then I think it went up, because when I called, they were like, "Oh, it's $297," or I was like, "Oh, okay." But that's like the all access one, so I can go to any of the locations, because I like to bop around. I like to try a few different ones. So you know how we do it here. So yeah, I rejoined. I was a member for probably like a year and a half, and then I canceled my membership, and then they were like, "Okay, yeah, if you wanna and they're always emailing me. They're like, "Hey, if you want to come back, we got good promos going on." So they basically were doing like a $0, because they do like an initiation fee. And when I was telling people on Twitch about that yesterday, they were like, "What is this, a cult? Why is there an initiation fee?" I don't know. You want to know what? Because the thing about me, and I've said this before on very early episodes of the podcast when I still was a member of Equinox, because I probably canceled my membership maybe like 6 months ago. 6 or 7 months ago. It hasn't been that long that I haven't been going, but I just feel like I wasn't going as much as I wanted to, which was literally no one's fault but my own. I feel like I was just working more at the club at this point, and I don't know, I had like no motivation to go. And I don't know, once I was kind of, it was one of those things, I was taking it for granted. I really was. I was taking it for granted, and I realized, I was like, hey, I actually really liked going. Like, it's so worth the money to me. I feel like if you do enough, because I like to do the classes. That's the thing about me. I have a gym in my apartment. It's fine. It's like, it's a gym, whatever. There's all the machines, whatever you could fucking want, they have it in there. And I'm like, I can go to the gym and it's like, cool, whatever. Like, I'll do a little workout, but I'm like, oh, I have like no desire. Like, I have no motivation to like go to the gym on my own and like do my own workout. Like, I really don't. And I will say, like, some of the times that I was in the best shape was when, I would say the 2 times that I like feel like I was working out the most and I was like in better shape, or like the best shape that I was in, this was a while ago. The first time was when I was actually working at another gym back when I lived in Connecticut. Not Equinox. I did used to work at Equinox too many freaking moons ago when I lived in Connecticut as well. This was another gym. It was like a $30 a month gym. It was solid though. It was pretty solid. It was just like, it was called, what the hell was it called? I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. It was some gym, and it was in Greenwich. So that's kind of like a nicer area. And it was a good gym. And there was this guy that was going to the gym that was, at the time I was 20, just about to turn 21. And actually, now that I'm thinking about this, it's a little bit of a strange situation. He was 24, which is not that crazy of an age gap. It's really not that crazy. But me being a 24-year-old, I would not date it. I mean, I'm not 24, bitch. I'm 27. But me at 24, I would not want to date a 20-year-old. Like that's like even now I'm like even me being 27, a 24-year-old now, like I'm like that's too young. Like I don't know, like it just feels weird. For me. So I'm like okay, whatever. But I was of age. It wasn't anything, no grooming, no none of that, but it was he worked for, and I thought he was like the coolest guy ever because he worked for Pepsi and he made like decent money for himself, and he was a little chunky, and he used to come in with his friend, and his friend, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or this girl that he was just seeing, but she used to come in with them too, and she was a stripper. They told me like, and she told me too. She was like, "Yeah, girl, like whatever." And I was like, "Well, they're all so cool." Like I just thought that like they were so cool. I don't know. So then the guy that because I'd always be at the front desk, whatever, and they had a smoothie bar at the front desk. So you had to work if you worked the front desk, you had to work the front desk and the smoothie bar. The front desk was like one giant circle. So like half of the circle was the front desk and the other half around the back was the smoothie bar. So it's like you kind of had to do both. Which now that I think about it, definitely was not getting paid enough to do that. But it wasn't like really complicated smoothies. It was just like protein powder and like fucking bananas. Like it really wasn't that hard. So, after his workouts, he would like get smoothies, and there was like, you could sit it was like a literal bar. Like you could sit, there's like chairs, you could sit at the smoothie bar, whatever. So people, we would like chit chat and kiki with people when it wasn't busy and no one's like checking in. We would like, if people wanted to get a smoothie, we would like sit and talk to them. And he would always sit and, whatever, we would talk. And then he was like, we should work out. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So then like I would work out with them. Mostly just him, and then some of the rest of us that worked there too. We would all work. I don't know, like we were all just like working out. Like I was working, and then I would like go work out as well, dude. I remember there was one time that I went and did like a 7 a.m. class, showered, and then I had a shift. I mean, like what the fuck, dude? I was like on my shit, and he had me on this like meal prep thing because he lost a lot of weight. He was like, I'm telling you, this is what you got to eat, and it was solid. It was a solid meal prep. And I don't know, I just took it so serious, and I lost weight, and I was like in pretty good shape, man. I will say I was in pretty good. And the workouts like weren't even that hard, which was why I think I stuck with it, because he just had me like, he was like, this is what he was like, in the morning, you have oats, like just plain oats. You could put like a little like, what did he say? He was like, you could put like cinnamon and like, some other shit in it, but don't be like put just like plain oats pretty much, and egg whites. And then for lunch, fucking, chicken, rice, fucking zucchini, whatever the hell. Just very like typical meal prep shit. And the workouts were just like kind of just doing shit on the machines. And at the end of every workout, we would do 10 minutes on the treadmill at like a high incline for like a kind of fast speed. And it was like, dude, I shed that fucking weight off. I shed that weight off, and I felt good. So that was like one of the times that I feel like I was consistent with it. And then one of the other times that I was consistent was when, again, kind of like after I had been out here for a little bit, I started working with a trainer, and he was awesome. And I still would train with him if it's just the fact that he's far. Like I moved to my apartment now, and I used to live like 10-15 minutes from where he was at, and now I'm like way far from where he's at, so it would just be kind of like a pain in the ass to go over there. But yeah, no, and he whooped my ass into shape too. Like I was down some weight, and I like definitely put on some like muscle. And I just feel like when I have somebody being like, okay, go do this, that's basically the whole point of the story. When I have someone being like, okay, go do this, go do that, then I fucking, I do the work, man. I put in the work. And also, yes, me and the guy from the gym did have sex. What about it, okay? Also, funny story, he was the one that took me to my first strip club. And this is actually really embarrassing. He took me to my first strip club, okay? It's just like this one that's in my hometown. It's really not that big, and like it was the first strip club I'd ever been in. I literally didn't know what to do. He got out like 100 ones. Or like he got 100 for me and 100 for him, and he was like, okay. And you would have thought, dude, I felt like I was Rick Ross in that bitch, okay? I was like, whoa, because I had just turned 21 at this time. It was like right after my 21st birthday, I think. Was it? Yeah, it had to have been. I was like, or no, was it not? Because I moved to Boston. Dude, maybe I used a fake ID. Ooh. I don't remember. Okay, anyway. But yeah, we went to the club and dude, I thought I was Rick Ross in that bitch. Oh my god, I thought I was Moneybag Yo. I literally with that little freaking $100, I was like, woohoo! But I had fun, and then on the ride home, and I'm usually one like I am good about I think I'm gonna get my period today or whatever. I don't know what the fucking balls happened. I don't know how it happened. I got my period, didn't realize at all. I had like a little black I don't know, it was like I had like a black skirt or something, or I don't know. So it was whatever I was wearing. I remember it was black, and I didn't like realize this man had a Porsche with white leather seats. Guess what happened? I'll let you think about it for a second. Did I bleed on his white Porsche leather seats a little bit? Well, have I told that story already? Now that I'm saying that out loud, I feel like I've definitely I've definitely told people that story. And he literally was like, oh. And one thing about him, he did not give a fuck. Like, not in a mean way, but he would just say, like, he was just one of those people that had no filter. He was like, you bled on my shit. I was like, oh. He was like sending me like crying, laughing emojis. He was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Like, whatever. He like didn't care. Like, it was fine. I'm sure he got it out eventually. But yeah, anyway, so that happened. But yeah, that was just like one of the, we only hung out outside the gym like maybe like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that man was just, he was Albanian, I think. And he's just, if you know any Albanian people, they're cool as fuck, but they are just very like straightforward. Like, and like it can come off aggressive sometimes, but not aggressive in like a, oh, he's gonna beat my ass kind of way. It's just like their demeanor. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like, kind of like a lot of Armenian people are like that too. I found that out from living where I live. I live where there are a lot of Armenian people that live here, and they're just very, I don't know. I just think it's just like their culture, and they're just like kind of no bullshit. Which, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But yeah. What the hell? What were we even talking about to begin with? Oh, the fact that I rejoined Equinox. Yay. Okay, so congratulations to me. I rejoined the gym. I'm actually gonna go take a class tonight. I'm taking a yoga class, and then right after the yoga class, there's a sound meditation class. So they do like, you kind of just like lay there and they play the sound bowls and shit. Oh, dude, oh my God. I literally feel like I fucking love a good sound bath. If you've never done a sound bath, promise me that you'll do one. I'm telling you, it's so nice. And I don't know, I just feel so like relaxed after. Like, I just know I'm going to do this yoga class. I'm going to do the sound bath, and then I'm going to take a nice hot shower at Equinox and use their nice clean towels and their nice Kiehl's products and sit in the nice steam room with the eucalyptus scent. Oh my God, it's just gonna be everything. Like, I don't care. I fucking love that place. Like, I don't care. I will spend the $300 a month. It is worth it to me. Suck a dick. Okay. But yeah, so that's my tea with that. But other than that, you know, I've been trying to also like just dial back on my spending because, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm moving out. As y'all know, I'm still apartment hunting. I went to go see one today at 1:00. Had a weird feeling about it because the way that the people were emailing me, and it's a nice building too. It's not like some rinky-dink building. The way the people were emailing me, they were like, oh yeah, you could come at this time or this time, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was like, okay, can I come tomorrow at 1:00? They said, sure, see you then. I said, amazing. I fucking get there. There's a door that says leasing office, locked. I knock on the door, nothing. I call the phone number that's plastered on the fucking door 3 times, no one. I email the lady, hey, I'm fucking here, no one's here. And then I left. And it kind of it wasn't even in like that good of an area, so I really wasn't that mad. I just kind of wanted to see like the layout of the apartment. And I think I have an idea of I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going to move right now. I don't want to like say anything about it yet because I don't want any of the killers to come find me, but I'm pretty sure I know like where I'm going to be moving because I'm going to see it tomorrow. And I think it's all going to work out. But at this rate, I've kind of come to the conclusion that as much as I wanted a 2-bedroom, and I know I said I'm gonna get a fucking 2-bedroom. I have my heart set on the fucking 2-bedroom, man. I just haven't found anything that, one, is in my budget, two, is in an area that I want to be in, three, is like even in a building that is like. That first apartment that I saw, that was the only one that I was like, okay, this one I could see myself here. And even then I wasn't like obsessed with it. I was just more obsessed with the fact that it had 2 bedrooms. But as far as like the marble and like the marble, and it was the marble throughout the entire apartment. It was like the marble in the bathroom, the marble on the kitchen counter. Like, I don't know. I'm like a weirdo when it comes to like the kitchen. I'm like, if the kitchen is fucking ugly, like I don't want, like I don't know. So, I'm most likely going to be moving into a building that I've seen before. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. So we'll see. I'm going to go see it tomorrow and see what units they have available. But yeah, but if I go to this one, it's going to be a 1-bedroom. It's going to be a 1-bedroom. And I really wanted to have a separate space, man, for the pod and the what's it called? The streaming and just all that shit. It would be really cool, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be paying like the same amount, if not maybe even a little bit cheaper than I'm paying now to be in a 1-bedroom in an apartment that I think looks nicer. Granted, it doesn't have a pool, but that's okay because I have a friend that lives literally 2 minutes down the street, and she's like, you can use my pool whenever. So I'm like, all right, cool. From like the place that I might go to. So I'm like, you know what? It's in a good area. I'm near my friends. Like, I'm near an Equinox. I'm near, like, I don't know. I just feel like it all makes sense. It's like a walkable neighborhood because that's a big thing for me too. I like to take walks sometimes. So I'm like, I don't want to be somewhere where I like just walk outside and it's just like fucking crazy madness. And it's like floor to ceiling windows. It's really like, it's nice. I think it looks nicer than my apartment now. And it's a 1-bedroom, whereas here's a studio. Granted, it's like, even though it is a 1-bedroom, it's not necessarily that much bigger than here. Like, it's kind of like, it's a good size. It's not huge, but it's a good size. It's definitely like at least 100 square feet bigger than where I'm at right now, I think, but not like that much bigger. But it's still really nice and it's a good little layout. So I think I could be able to finesse something. I think because the T is it's a new building, and the T is they're having trouble filling it up. So that then they just lowered the prices for some of the units. So I'm like, and that's also nice too. I like that the building isn't like, because it's brand fucking new. It's like not full yet, so it's kind of more quiet. The few times that I've been there, it's a little chill and quiet. So I think it'll be good. And I'll give you all the tea once it's on. I don't want to like say too much because I want to like make sure it's like what I actually like do. And once I sign the lease and shit, then yeah. And the merch videos should be like, I should have the footage very soon. It just has to get edited, and then we're live, baby. We're fucking live. And I'm trying to plan it so that the pre-orders and everything don't end the week that I move, because that would be like, I think I would like just throw up. Like I wouldn't be able to deal with all that at once. So I want to time it so that the site is still live pretty much up until my move, which is like 5 days before my birthday. So, which it's pretty much looking like that's the timeline that we're going to be on. It's the 31st right now. So that means if it gets edited sometime next week, then, I put it out the second week of August. Boom. The site's live for 2 weeks. Boom, boom. I move. Then as soon as I move and I'm settled in my new spot, we're good. I could start packing and shipping those orders, baby. Because I'm like, I got to pack and ship them. I don't want to have all the shit shipped here and then I got to move it all to another apartment. Like, it's just not going to make sense. And I know that I know that y'all are like, merch, please. It's coming. I promise. Mommy's working very hard, okay? Mommy's working very hard. This is my first time, okay? Please, you have to bear with me. And the timing of everything is just not ideal. So, Yeah, so most likely the website will be live mid-August. I know I said I literally have been saying this since like fucking June, but that's like actually for real, for real, for real. Because like I said, I could have already had the merch been in fucking like been done, shipped out, whatever. Like I could have just been like, hey, and uploaded it and whatever. But like I really wanted to do a cute little video. Like I thought it would be a cute thing to do to have the merch video, and like I don't know, I just thought it would be like a fun thing to do. And I've already seen some of the pictures that the photographers sent me back, and they look so good. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so glad I did this. Like I don't give a fuck if I'm like not even gonna make money off of this shit. Like I don't care. It's so much fun. Like I'm having a good time. So that's pretty much that. And it's Olympic week actually. Are y'all been watching? Cause I have not, but I've been seeing a lot of clips. I've been seeing pretty much the highlight reel. So if you haven't been watching the Olympics, from what I have been spoon fed from my TikTok algorithm, I'll break it down for you. So we got the pommel horse guy. There's a sexy skateboarder. There's a sexy shooter, like a literal gun. I didn't even know that was part of the Olympics. Simone Biles is obviously fucking killing it. And then there is, then I also saw a video of two guys that do like I don't know what it is, like the pole vaulting thing where they like jump over the pole. And, they both like I think broke a world record or something, but they were both essentially were tied for first place, and then both of them went to go do like the higher level jumps, and neither of them got like neither of them cleared it. So at that point they technically were still both tied for first. And there's a video of like I don't know, the Olympic commissioner guy talking to them, and then the one of the guys is like, can they do two golds? Like, can we do two golds? Can we split the gold? And then the Olympic guy was like, it's a possibility. And then they just like started hugging each other, and it was like, oh my god, the world is healing. It was just one of those moments where I was like, wow, that is so special. How special is that? And they split the gold. They both got gold. So, and then they were like both crying, hugging each other, and I was like, wow, that is so sweet. So Olympics is just one of those things that like, even though everything is like kind of shitty, it's like it kind of makes you feel like, wow, the world is all together as one, even though it's fucking not. But yeah, and then there's this the pommel horse kid. I don't know why, I think he's so iconic. So he's part of the men's gymnastics team, I'm pretty sure, the US men's gymnastics, and all he does is pommel horse, which is like that. It's like a big fucking thing, and they like kind of kick their legs around it while they use their hands. I don't know. Just fucking Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. So that's all he does is the pommel horse. And he was locked in, dude. He was so fucking locked in, and he killed it. He killed his pommel horse routine. He ate that. I don't know if he got, because I think they got bronze. I don't think they got gold, but, and then I'm pretty sure the U.S. women's gymnastics got gold. And then, yeah, then there's like the sexy gun shooter lady. Oh my god. She was so cool and mysterious. She literally was like this. She was like, okay, no, she didn't do that part at the end. But she was just, I don't know, you have to look up this video of her. She was so cool and mysterious. And I was like, wow. You know when they say, like, I felt her aura from, like, 5,000 scrolls away? Like, no, like, I legit felt her aura from here. Like, they're doing the fucking Olympics in Paris. Like, I could feel her aura sitting in my apartment right now. Like, holy shit, I felt her aura from, like, a bazillion miles away. It was crazy. I don't know. Like, she just, I don't know. I think I love her. I think I love her, dude. I don't know. She's hot as shit, and she's cool. But I only saw like one or two videos of hers, so I don't really know her lore. I don't know anything else about her. But yeah, all I know is that she had like some weird shit on her eye that, like, I don't know if it helps her see the. Okay, did I just throw up a gang sign unintentionally? Guys, don't cancel me. It doesn't help that I have red hair either. Fuck! God damn it. I didn't mean that, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so she had this thing on her eye that it like helps her see. I don't know if it helps her see better or something. It just kind of looked like, it was very like cyberpunk-esque. It was very cool. It was very, very cool. I really liked it. So, yeah, you need to go look her up. And then Simone Biles and her husband, that shit still sends me. Oh my God. She posted a TikTok of like her and her husband dancing. And they were like, so nice of you to give him screen time. Oh shit, cause like why, dude? He did it to himself. I don't even fucking feel bad. The second that man went on that goddamn podcast and was trying to say like I don't know who the fuck she was. She slid in my shit. I didn't even know, bro. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, that shit was like, he deserves all the hate comments. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. He kind of gives me DL vibes. I'm sorry. Don't come for me if you don't think so. But I just think he kind of gives DL vibes. He's just one of those guys. It's the same thing as like Jalen, the guy Jalen that dates Monet. It's the same thing. I feel like they're just DL and they just want to be in the limelight, that they will just like use a woman for that, knowing that they're like actually like DL, so they don't even like really have that level of like attachment or feelings towards a woman. So it's more of just like for personal gain kind of a thing. That's I'm so serious. I'm so serious. That's like, I'm not even trying to like trash either of their relationships, but that's just the vibe that it gives to me. That's just the vibe that it gives. It's almost like how I feel, and this is coming from somebody who works in the fucking industry where like me being the kind of person that I am, and yes, do I still like men? Yes. A lot of them? No. Very far, few and in between. Very far, few and in between, and y'all know that. Do I like women? Yes. Do I like everyone? Basically, yes is the answer. But especially being in the industry that I'm in and seeing how a lot of these like cis straight men operate. Not that every guy that comes into the club is a cis straight man, because I have some bi customers. I have some, like, you know what I mean? I have some fruity customers. So, but I'd say fucking 90% of them are just the typical fucking straight guy you would think that they are. And they're fucking annoying and they're literally the worst. And so I have to deal with that all the time. And it's not even that like they're like being like rude or disrespectful. Like, I mean, sometimes yes, but it's just more of a thing where I'm just like, ugh, like you're just cringy and you're just not attractive to me. Like nothing about this is attractive. So for a lot of men, I feel like I kind of see men as like an object, essentially. Fucked. It's kind of fucked. Hey, but they've been doing that to us for years. So fucking who gives a shit? I see them as like, but for money, I guess, for like my personal gain in that sense. But this is like talking about like customers and shit, because y'all know me. I've dated men with no money that I've like actually really fucking liked and shit, and dare I say loved. But it's not like, you know, like if I'm gonna date someone, I'm like, oh, I need them to be fucking rich. But at this point in my life, you know, if I'm gonna date someone, like I need you to at least be like kind of where I'm at, if not better. Because I'm not like I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole. I mean, just hear me out. You know what I mean? I feel like I could understand how somebody like Simon's husband and Jalen, I don't even know his name, Simon's husband and Jalen, if they secretly were into the opposite gender, that they wouldn't like see it as a thing where they're like, am I making sense, or is this just because what I'm trying to say is I'm fucking gay, okay? God damn it. No, what I'm trying to say is that like I feel like I don't really have like as much of an emotional connection and an emotional attachment with straight cis men. Like I just don't. I really genuinely, I'm being so serious, I don't think I could ever date another straight man. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I have it in my bones. I really don't think I have it in me anymore. So it's just something that I just don't, I can never, I just don't think I could see myself doing that. And I don't think a straight guy could see themselves dating me either. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't really see it in my future. So that's like where I'm at, where I'm like, okay, like I can go do this kind of work and it just kind of is like fun and games for me. And it's almost like, I don't know, I feel like I go to work and I'm just like playing like stripper simulator. Like it's fun, you know? And I'm like, oh, I have a good time, I make money, and boom, I go home. Whereas a lot of girls in the industry who are very emotionally connected with men and do kind of like put men on a pedestal and are like only attracted to men, and like I feel like those are the girls that I see that get a little more like affected by some of the shit, and like they get a little too like mixing business with pleasure when it comes to what, like their customers and stuff, and like whether they like end up falling for their customers or like becoming too possessive over them. And I'm like, baby, a trick is a trick at the end of the fucking day. Like, that's really all it is. So I just see that a lot. I see that a lot. So I feel like for me, it's more of a game. And like, again, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I see a lot of girls, abuse substances and like feel like they have to be like fucked up to be able to come into work, because it's more of a thing where like if they're sober they can't do it. And it's just like, bruh, if that's the case, man, like so we're so off topic now. We were talking about the Olympics, now I'm talking about how I don't take men seriously. Oh boy. Anyway, saw Deadpool. Saw the Deadpool movie. It was really fucking good. It was, dare I say, like, okay, well, y'all know me. I don't watch Marvel. I don't know shit about Marvel. I don't think I've seen any of the Spider-Man movies. I don't even know, like, I don't know the lore. I don't know who's Marvel, who's DC, who's Capcom, bitch. I don't fucking know. I don't know who's who, okay? All I know is that's the superheroes, boom. I know the movies are good. I'll give you that. But I've just never really like gone out of my way to watch like any of them. I'm trying to think, like, I couldn't even tell you. I think I saw a little bit of Endgame, but I was like kind of confused because I'm like, man, I don't know any of these people's lore. Why are they turning into dust? I seen Black Panther. And I think I've seen Iron Man a while ago too. But like, again, I don't know like Captain America's lore. I don't know Thor's lore. I just don't. Oh, I've seen I think one of the Guardians of the Galaxies as well. But that's it. I don't know how they're all connected. And even Deadpool, I've seen bits and pieces of, I think, the first one. I knew that he had a girlfriend that he like really loved and like would do anything for. And I don't remember the whole thing where he like his face got all burnt and shit. Like, I don't remember what happened with that. So it's like, I don't even really know his whole lore, but I do know his whole thing is he's like, hey, I'm quirky, Jimmy Chongas, unicorns. Like, I know his whole thing is like fucking quirky. And I kind of always thought that it was like cringy. Like, I thought that it was like more of like a cringy kind of quirky, because it was like, unicorns, like shit. And then, so I was like, kind of going into this like, okay, the Deadpool Wolverine shit being like, all right, it might be like kind of lame, whatever. Bro, it was so good. Whoever directed it, like, it was funny. It wasn't cringe. It was like they broke the fourth wall multiple times, and that's like his whole thing that he does. Like, he just like will look at the camera and like say some shit or whatever. And it was fucking good. It was really, really, really fucking good. The only thing I will say, there's a lot of blood, but it's more kind of like cartoony kind of like scenes. Like, it's like, I don't know, but it's very bloody. I was like, whoa, it's a lot of blood. Oh, Rachel just texted me and said, do you love me? Just tell me you're not. What? Cause if you do, you would want to eat mamitas with me. Oh, okay. That's what she wants. She wants me to go get dinner with her. I'm going to say, please hold recording pod. I'm trying to think. I can't. I'm trying to think. Do I want to eat that? Mamitas, if you don't know, it's a Peruvian restaurant. It's very, very amazing and delicious. And they have lomo saltado, and it's very, very yummy and good. But I'm like, man, do I really want to eat steak and fucking French fries before I'm about to go to take a yoga class? Probably not. Probably not the best idea. But I do have 2 filet mignons that I have to cook. Let me say, do you? I'm gonna say, do you? Actually, we're just gonna FaceTime her. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna FaceTime her on the podcast, because I'm not fucking typing. All right, hold on. So sorry about that. I realized for some reason, I don't know how, but my iPhone is now connected to my laptop. It used to not do that. And it was actually very, very uncanny. I saw myself, I FaceTimed Rachel, and I'm looking at my laptop, and I'm literally in my FaceTime on the laptop seeing the view that you're seeing right now from my phone. I was like, hello, are they in the walls? Like, it was very bizarre. And basically Rachel is she's hiring a TaskRabbit right now to come move some stuff that she has in storage over to her apartment, some like side tables or whatever. And she's like out and about, and I guess they rescheduled her for like an hour later from now. So she's like, "Can we go get food?" I'm like, "Girl, I'm busy. I'm sorry." And she was like, blocked. She's always like, "Oh my God, I'm never asking you to do anything ever again." So dramatic. Yeah, so sorry about that, Rachel. And I don't think I really have anything else to. Oh yeah, yeah. Deadpool was really good. Um and you guys all need to see it, even if you've never fucking seen any of the Deadpools. I don't care. You need to see it. It was fun. It was funny, it was cute, it was quirky, it was good. So go watch Deadpool. And Miso almost fucking died the other day, and this cat stresses me out so bad, dude. You have no fucking idea. Where even is he right now? Where is he? Miso! Chai's sleeping right there. Where is that little boy? I don't even know. Ugh, I gotta find him. He stresses me out so bad. So I wake up yesterday morning, and I've been waking up at the fucking ass crack of dawn for like a week. I don't know why. It's been pissing me off because I've been kind of like antsy about moving and shit. I've been waking up at the literal ass crack of dawn, and I can't fucking fall back asleep. So yesterday, I actually slept in a little bit yesterday. I woke up at like 9:30. And I've been waking up at like fucking 7 or 8, and then I'm like, so annoying. So Miso has like yellow shit on his fur. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I realize that I had flowers and there was lilies in the bouquet. And I didn't know that lilies were fucking cat killer plants. They're like really poisonous to cats. I had not a fucking clue. And he had pollen all over him. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't know what it was. And the flowers were like high up and like hidden away. Oh my God, that boy stresses me out. So he was like diddling in the flowers when I was fucking sleeping. And so then I flipped the fuck out, and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to fucking die. I panicked. I rinsed his fur off. And then I actually ended up just cutting off the fur. I just ended up cutting off the fur that had the pollen on it. And I was Googling and like looking on Reddit, and I was like kind of like looking, and of course Google is like, they're going to die. Oh my God, you have to take him to the vet right now. He's going to freaking die. And, basically they were saying like with the thing with lilies and like the poisoning from like that, if he were to have like actually ingested it or done whatever to the point where it would have been poisoning him, he would have been throwing up, like very lethargic, drooling, like within a few hours. Like you would have known. It basically is like if it's to the point where it's actually affecting them, like you would fucking know. And he was vibing, he was chilling. That man he was just chilling. So he was completely fine. And I cut off the fur. So now he's a little bit of a janky haircut. But that's, you know what? That's what it's his fucking fault, man. It's his. I mean, should I have known what flowers are poisonous? Yes. But I don't even know like what flowers are what. Like someone in the Discord had to tell me like, oh, like I hope you didn't get lilies. I'm like, oh, what do lilies look like? Had to Google it. And I'm like, oh, those look like those ones. Those look like those flowers I'm looking at right now. Like I don't know what flowers look like. I only know like roses and like sunflowers. Like every other flower, I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's just a flower and it's pretty. Like, sue me. But yeah, I flipped the fuck out, and I was like keeping an eye on him, and that man is like invincible, dude. I don't know. But yeah, he's totally fine, and he just fucking scares the fuck out of me. So no more flowers. If you're ever gonna get me flowers, I just also read that roses are cat safe, so that's good. So just get me roses from now on. Thank you. Please and thank you. Let's take some calls for the day. Let's see what we got going on. Y'all know, leave me a call if you go on my Instagram, either my personal Instagram or the Vacancy at Vanilla's Instagram. You can click on the link in my link tree, and then at the bottom there's a link that says send me a voicemail, and you can record a little message. And honestly, you can. You know, I know a lot of you are like shy about like your voice and stuff, or like don't want to like talk. So I'm, you know, if you want, I would still be down to like take typed out questions if you want to just DM the Vacancy at Vanilla's Instagram too. So yeah, up to you. All right. Again, oh my God, this is like the 4th fucking week in a row where I forgot to get the dang phone. I can't. This is just pretend like it's here, okay? Vanilla's Villa, how can I help you?
Hi, Miss Vanilla. I would love a room for one, beachfront view, please and thank you. While you're booking that, I have a story from last night that I need to share and a question to ask you. So, I'm also a dancer. I know you're hanging up the boots soon, but we need to get the tea still. But basically, last night I was in the splits and my kneecap went into a slip and slide and slipped to the side of my leg. And I punched it back into place because I was panicking. And then I passed out for 30 seconds. But it was all good. I finished my shifts and I went back on stage one more time and I made money. So it's not an issue. But my question is, have you ever faced any crazy work injuries or seen any crazy work injuries, like girlies flipping off the pole and face planting? And if you haven't, that's okay. We don't want to see that. But what would be one of the craziest things you've experienced or seen in the club? Okay. Love you. Bye.
Wow. Well, you are God's strongest soldier. So congratulations. The fact that your your kneecap literally popped out of fucking place. Then you just slap that hoe back in, passed out, and then still continued your shift and also went back on stage later again that night. If that were me, they would have had to fucking life flight me to the hospital, please. That is like, I'm so dramatic. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I hope your knee feels better now, but that's actually crazy. So, as a lot of you know, well, actually not a lot of you, because you guys don't come see me at work, but I'm not a pole trick girl. Was that a surprise to anyone? No. I don't do fucking pole tricks. I don't spin around the pole. I don't flip. I don't fucking... The coolest thing I could do is a split. That's it. I don't... I'm too big, man. I'm too big to be doing all that shit, bro. I'm sorry. It's just like... I don't have the upper body strength. I don't. It just... I don't. I can't. I used to be able to at one point, but even then, like... I just was never... It was just never something that, like, came super naturally to me. I just never like had a good flow with it. Like this is not for me, and that's completely fine. That's fine. You don't have to do pole tricks to dance. Like it's not a requirement. It's cool. It's fun to look at, but you don't have to know how to do pole tricks to dance. You just have to know how to dance, like to just at least look decent while you're up there. So, because there's some girls, I know some girls that like do pole tricks and they still look a fucking mess up there. And sorry, but I'm not saying I'm the best dancer ever, but I kind of just like keep it simple. Like I don't really do too much, but I keep it simple. I don't be looking crazy up there. And my first club that I used to work at, there wasn't a lot of pole trick girls either. There was maybe out of the 30 or 40 of us that worked there, and it wasn't like a huge club. And they would probably only have maybe like 15 to 20, even 20 was a lot. Like on the slower days, it'd be sometimes only like 10 to 13 of us. But we would all make good money, dude. We would all make good money. And on the weekends, sometimes it would be like up to 20 girls. But yeah, it was a VIP based club. So it's like, you're not really like, I mean, sometimes people would go and like throw stage money, but it wasn't like super like stage money kind of club. So there was only a few girls that like really knew how to do like pole tricks. And the pole in that club was very high. It was very high. So the way that it was, I've definitely talked about the first club that I've ever worked at before. I feel like I've explained it before, but the pole, I would say was probably, God, it was like 2 stories worth, essentially, like 2 floors worth, because there was the main floor, right, that everyone would like chill and sit on, and then you would go upstairs. And there was a VIP like mezz, like balcony situation that was like a second floor. And the top of the pole was like eye level to you being on the second floor, like that balcony kind of a thing. So it's fucking tall. It's very tall. And if you fall from up there, like, bitch, you're gonna get very badly injured. So there was one night where we were all there and there was one of the girls that was like, she was one of the pole trick girls. And she was just one of the girls that she just took it like very seriously, like very, very seriously, like almost like the way that like, um, which is good. I mean, love what you do, whatever, but like seriously in the way that like a ballet dancer takes. Like it was like she was very like these movements and like that was kind of her whole thing and like very dramatized. It almost felt like she was like, and it was very like routine, like a dance routine kind of a thing. Whereas a lot of the other girls that I know, even the girls that do pole tricks, they kind of just like go up there and just do tricks and whatever, but this was like very much a planned routine, and it was like very executed, and she took it very, very seriously. So she was on the pole and she was all the way at the top. And every single time they would all go, I'd be like, I'd get nervous. And I don't know what happened, but she would do a thing. A lot of them would do the thing where they go all the way to the top and then they kind of like drop themselves like fast, but they catch themselves like at the, you know what I mean? You could do this thing where you're at the top of the pole, you like let go of your grip a little bit. And then when you're almost about to be at the bottom of the pole, you like squeeze your legs and like grab the pole again, right? So essentially something like that kind of happened where she was doing one of those tricks where she like goes all the way down really quick but then doesn't actually like hit the ground, but she like hit the ground like, and she landed like kind of like on the side of her hip, but it was like bad, it was hard, like she fell from fucking high up. So she like kind of slowed herself down at the end. Like it wasn't like a full boom fall, but it was like pretty bad. Like people were like, like everyone for a second. And then the thing is that like that club is also very strict too. Like very, very strict, like about, just everything. Like you have to wait until the song is like until the DJ calls you off to walk off the stage. You have to make sure you're fully dressed before you walk off the stage. Like they had all these fucking rules. It was just like, they have this little thing where you would hang, you have to hang your bra on the stage. Like you can't just take it off and put it, like it was so like boom, 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 like very tedious. So I think it was a thing where she was like, one, afraid that she would get in trouble if she had just walked off the stage, and two, that she was so like, the show must go on, like kind of a person that she just like continued her routine. And the bouncers, they're like, talking over their headpieces. They're like, she fell pretty hard, like get her off the stage, get her off. Like she's like, whatever. And you could see in her face that it's like, she's in fucking pain, right? And the bouncer literally went up to the stage and was like, you're good. Like, you just go. She literally was like, no, the show must go on. And she fucking finished her set. And then when she finished her set, she like hobbled into the dressing room and started crying. Like, oh girl, like, I mean, yes, but like, you could have just got off. You probably made it worse for yourself. I'm like, there's like 10 people in here right now. Like, please, it's not like fucking Hamilton, whatever play y'all are so obsessed with. That's another thing too. Man, don't even get me fucking started on that Hamilton bullshit, because I've never seen it. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. And I've heard the songs and I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I really don't. I don't understand the Hamilton lore. Also, speaking of Hamilton, there was a customer that used to go to that club, the first club that I worked at, and he was working on the Hamilton tour, whatever the fuck I don't know. And he did the lighting. He did like the lighting for the Hamilton tour. I don't know, but he made a fucking bank, dude. He made bank doing that shit. He's like the head lighting guy or something. And yeah, he was in Boston for a few weeks on tour with them, and that motherfucker was in the club just handing out cash to all of us, bro, just handing it out like fucking candy, bro. He did not give a fuck. I was like, hell yeah. And then literally I remember it was like right around Thanksgiving, and he was like, what are you gonna do for Thanksgiving? I'm like, I'm just probably gonna go see my family, like whatever. He's like, was there anything that you like want, like and I'm like, it's like kind of early. Like, I mean, you could be talking about like Christmas stuff. Like, I really want a Gucci belt. At the time it was like when Gucci belts were cool. I was like, I really want a Gucci belt. And then he just handed me $500. He was like, here, just go buy it. I was like, thank you. And best believe I bought that Gucci belt, and I still have it. I still have it in my closet, and it just sits there. It just fucking sits there. So if anyone wants to buy a Gucci belt, let me know. No, it just fucking sits in my closet. But yeah, that is a good question. That's probably like the most painful thing that I've ever seen. Like one of the worst falls that I've seen. But actually, this is not a story of somebody falling, but I just feel like it just popped up in my head, and I feel like I have to tell you guys about it. So there was also another club that I was working at in Boston, and it was, well, they're all fully nude in Boston, because in Boston they're allowed to be fully nude with alcohol. So that's great, because out here, if it's fully nude, you can't have alcohol. So at least you don't like, you don't have like really drunk guys. But over there it was fully nude with alcohol. But they were very, very, very strict, very strict. You can't touch the girls on stage. Like, they're very strict, which was good. Um, but this girl came into audition, and she had, and you know what, I see some of the girls out here do this at the clubs. It's like not as crazy of a thing out here, but out there in, like, I don't know, in like these smaller clubs that like are so like stuck in their ways and like have these very like strict set rules. This girl came to audition, and she had a butt plug in. She had a butt plug, and I think it was like a light up one, so you could kind of just like tell from like when she's like walking around, because it's like her ass is like literally lighting up. And she was already on stage, I think, doing her audition, and my manager realized that she had the butt plug in, and he was like, you're not allowed to have that, like, you're not allowed, like, I don't know, whatever rule or whatever, it wasn't allowed. She was like, oh, okay. Popped it right out in the middle of her stage. Okay. Place it down on the side of the stage. And kept dancing. I was like, oh my God. So that was, I don't know, that was just another story that I just thought of right now. So I was just like, whoa. Very bold of her. Very bold of her. That girl trusts her own butt a lot. She really trusts it. So, also, yeah, I don't know how y'all do that. I really don't know how y'all do that. How y'all be working full shifts with butt plugs in. Like, that is so crazy. Because I see girls do it. I do see girls do it. I'm like, what the like, dude, I don't know. I feel like I would be on stage and it would like fly out. Like, how did like impale somebody in the eye? Like, how do you do? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it would, I would hate that so bad. It would feel so uncomfortable. Like, I would just be like, get this the fuck out of me. Like, what is I don't know. And there's girls that I know almost every shift. They're like, not every shift, but I know some girls that wear it a lot. And I'm like, bro, what? I don't know, man. To each their own. But yeah, it's been about an hour, so that's where we're gonna end it on butt plugs impaling people in the face, I guess. So yeah, like I said, merch coming relatively soon. It's about to be August tomorrow, so by the time this is gonna be fucking uploaded, it's damn near gonna be the first anyway. Also, rent is due. Fuck, that just pissed me off. That just fucking pissed me off. So yeah, if you're watching this, if you're still listening by the end of this fucking thing, merch coming relatively soon. My birthday's coming up. My birthday's August 25th, so that's all I'm going to say. Also, I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I had to return the keys, and I'm going to get a new one, and I'm going to get, I'm just waiting to see where I end up moving so I can get one that's, like, close to where I'm moving, and that's it. Once I get the P.O. box, I'll let y'all know in the Discord or whatever, and yeah, if you want to send me a little birthday gift or whatever, I'll open it on stream. And that's it. Okay. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Love you, and give me a kiss. Okay. Bye.